The Los Angeles Rams are heading back to the NFC Championship Game, but they had to survive one of the most breathtaking moments of the entire NFL postseason to get there. On a cold Sunday night, the Rams defeated the Chicago Bears 2017 in overtime, escaping Soldier Field only after rookie quarterback Caleb Williams nearly authored an instant playoff classic. His final throw of the game, however, became the turning point that ended Chicago's season and sent Los Angeles to Seattle with a Super Bowl berth on the line. For much of the night, this game felt like it was balancing on a knife's edge. Every possession mattered. Every mistake was magnified. And when it appeared the Rams had finally imposed their experience late in the fourth quarter, Williams refused to let the Bears' season die quietly. With Chicago trailing 17-10 and time slipping away, the Rams appeared to have full control. Their defense had just delivered a goal line stand, stopping the Bears on downs inside the 2-yard line. One clean offensive possession would have ended it. Instead, the Rams punted, giving Williams one last chance. What followed was one of the most astonishing throws of the entire season. Facing 4th and 4 at the Rams' 14-yard line, Williams dropped back and immediately felt pressure. He retreated, not a few steps, but more than 20 yards, backpedaling toward midfield as defenders closed in. Rather than panic, he reset his feet, launched a high-arching throw across the frozen night air, and somehow found tight end Cole Kmet in the end zone for a touchdown. It was a play that defied logic, geometry, and playoff pressure. Soldier Field erupted. The Bears tied the game with the extra point, making it 17-17 with just 18 seconds remaining. In an instant, what had looked like a routine playoff closeout turned into chaos. The Bears' defense then did its job, forcing the game into overtime and setting the stage for even more Williams heroics. Chicago won the coin toss, elected to kick, and promptly forced the Rams into a 3-and-out. Momentum swung entirely to the home sideline. Williams took over near midfield with a chance to send the Bears to the NFC Championship Game. That moment, however, became the one he will replay all offseason. On 2nd down, Williams looked deep for wide receiver DJ Moore. Moore appeared to hesitate slightly on the route, and Rams safety Kam Curl never stopped tracking the play. Curl stepped in front of the throw at the Rams' 22-yard line and intercepted the pass, silencing the stadium and flipping the entire game in one instant. Just like that, the Rams had life again. Matthew Stafford took the field with the calm of a quarterback who has lived through moments like this before. He didn't force anything. He didn't chase the highlight. He simply executed. First, Stafford found tight end Colby Parkinson for a key first down. Then he fired a laser across the field to Davante Adams near the sideline. The catch was close enough to trigger a review, but Adams got both feet down and the drive continued. Moments later, Stafford hit Puka Nacua for another conversion, pushing the Rams inside the Bears' 30-yard line. At that point, the outcome felt inevitable. Harrison Mevis lined up for a 42-yard field goal, and despite the cold, the pressure, and the season hanging in the balance, he drilled it through the uprights. The Rams had survived, winning 2017 and punching their ticket to the NFC Championship Game. For Los Angeles, this was not a dominant performance. It was a resilient one. Stafford finished 20 of 42 for 258 yards without a turnover, though he was under constant pressure and absorbed 4 sacks. The Bears' defense played far better than it had a week earlier against Green Bay, disrupting timing and forcing the Rams to earn everything the hard way. Kyren Williams once again served as the engine of the offense. He carried the ball 21 times for 87 yards and scored both Rams touchdowns, thus repeatedly fighting through contact and keeping the offense balanced when the passing game struggled. His physicality in the fourth quarter was critical in keeping Chicago from completely seizing control. The Rams will need even more from Stafford and Williams next week in Seattle, where they'll face a Seahawks defense that has already beaten them once this season. Regular season results, however, mean very little now. One game stands between Los Angeles and the Super Bowl. For the Bears, the loss is devastating, but also revealing. Williams finished the night 23 of 42 for 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. The final stat line will focus on the mistakes, but the tape tells a more complex story. Williams made throws that very few quarterbacks in the league can make, let alone a rookie in his first playoff run. His ability to extend plays, stay aggressive under pressure, and deliver in the biggest moments is exactly why Chicago believes it has found its franchise quarterback. At the same time, this loss underscored how thin the margin is in January. The first interception came on fourth down on the Bears' opening possession. It was one of 3 fourth down attempts in field goal range in the first half. Chicago converted one for a touchdown, but the aggressive decision-making will be second-guessed all offseason, especially in a game where points proved so precious. The Bears were close, agonizingly close, to their own trip to Seattle. Instead, they enter the offseason replaying a handful of moments that separated victory from elimination. As for the Rams, they move forward knowing they've already been tested to the limit. They've survived late collapses, improbable touchdowns, and overtime pressure. They've leaned on experience, composure, and just enough execution when it mattered most. Next week, none of that guarantees anything. But the Rams are still alive, and in the NFL playoffs, that is all that matters.